It's a Thursday, I believe. I'd like to read just a bit from Psalm 149. Sing to the Lord a new song of praise in the assembly of the faithful. Let Israel be glad in their Maker. Let the children of Zion rejoice in their King. You know who rejoiced in the King? Today's feast, St. Elizabeth of Hungary. She was a princess of the Kingdom of Hungary from 1207 to 1231. I have a heart for those who work for the poor, those who are generous, and St. Elizabeth of Hungary was one such person. She married at a very early age, 14 years old. She became widow at the age of 20. And after her husband's death, she sent her children away and regained her dowry, using the money to build a hospital where she herself served the sick. She became a symbol of charity up to her death when she was 24. She not only used her resources to build hospitals or to care for the poor, she herself did it. Anyway, with 1223, the Franciscan friars arrived, and the teenage Elizabeth not only learned about the ideals of Francis, but started to live them. Louis was not upset by his wife's charitable efforts, believing that this distribution of his wealth to the poor would bring eternal reward. At least her husband was a wise man, realized that, hey, she's doing a good thing, and God honors and God rewards those who are blessed to help the poor. Elizabeth perhaps is best known for the miracle of roses, which says that while she was taking bread to the poor in secret, she met her husband Ludwig on a hunting party, who, in order to quell suspicions of the gentry that she was stealing treasure from the castle, which they thought she was doing, because they just spread these rumors, she asked her to reveal what was hidden under her cloak. In that moment, her cloak fell open, and a vision of white and red roses could be seen, which proved to Ludwig that God's protecting hand was at work. Roses seem to be a sign of God's presence. As we know with St. Therese and other saints, it is roses. Excuse me. Excuse me, sorry. I also found how she helped a leper. And she actually not only helped him, but she put him in the bed she shared with her husband. Remember, leprosy, the open sores, the pus, it's not a pretty sight, and the stench. And she put in the bed, not just her bed, but the bed she shares with her husband. So her mother-in-law was horrified, and understandably so. That's her son. What are you doing? And told us immediately to Ludwig, her son, on his return. And when Ludwig removed the bedclothes in great indignation, at that instant, Almighty God opened the eyes of his soul, and instead of a leper, he saw the figure of Christ crucified, stretched on his bed. So we're not saying the leper turned into Christ, but somehow God sort of blessed his eyes, and he saw differently. He saw Christ stretched on the crucifix. So remind us that as we resist sometimes to help the poor, may we also, like Ludwig, see Christ in them. God bless you.